That's a great line too. That you started having. Hey guys, what is going on? Draven here with another Metal Fan Reacts video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I mentioned in the Sabaton history stuff on Thursday, I'm going to be doing a Saturday, Sunday part 1, part 2. Part 1 is going to be Angels Calling, of course, part 1. And then Angels Calling part 2, which they just came out with, Sabaton just came out with about a week ago. And I discovered I haven't done a reaction to Angels Calling the song. I originally did one with Apocalypta, however that video got removed, so I never went back and redid it. So I'm going to be doing just Sabaton Angels Calling reaction without Apocalypta. This, of course, is a Pescator video. I haven't watched one of his videos in a long time, so I'm super excited. I will leave a little note of what to skip to if you don't want to hear the description of the song. The description of the song is World War I, or the First World War, lasted from 1914 to 1918 and brought death to about 17 million men. And it's interesting that they say 17 million men, because I want to say there's women involved as well, but that's besides the point. The two opposing alliances were the Central Powers, the German Empire and the Austria-Hungary, later also the Ottoman Empire and Bulgaria, and the Entente powers together with their allies, the Great Britain, France, Russia, later also among others, Italy, Portugal, Japan, and the United States. Interesting that Japan and the United States were allies in World War One, and then against each other in World War Two. In 1918, there were 25 nations plus their colonies, in which lived in total of 1.35 billion people, or about 3/4 of the world's population at the time, were in war together, either against each other or against each other, fighting with each other or against each other. The Treaty of Versailles, after the Allied victory, laid the foundation stone for the Second World War 2 decades later. And that is something we'll talk about later, or we'll mention later, that basically, and I have a huge, I've discussed this plenty of times, because of how World War 1 ended is why World War 2 happened. And that's a later discussion for a later time. But anyways, so let's jump into this. This is Angels Calling from Sabaton. I'm super excited. After this video gets released, the Sabaton History Part 1 of Angels Calling will be coming out. So let's jump into it. That's a cool little icon. Like I said, this is not the Apocalypta version, because that one got removed. I do apologize. Alright, it's kind of eerie with having the violins. I think they're called violins. With having the violins and then coming to this gray forest type thing. Like I said, Pescator does amazing videos. It's kind of eerie. Especially like with the topic that it is, It's just an area. Oh, there we go. You'll be home before the leaves have fallen from the trees. That is a lie. It took 4 years later, but... Unless he means you're going to be home, meaning you're going to die before the end of the fall, before the leaves fallen. Do you think that's what he meant? You'll be home before the leaves have fallen from the trees. Kaiser Wilhelm to August 1914. I am curious if that's what he means. That you will just you'll be dead before the fall, before the season changes. It's like one of the mellower beat songs. I like it. Like I said, I'm pretty familiar with the song, so I will probably sing along with it. Let's turn this shit up. Stuff up. Sorry. Alright, I want to pause it real quick just because I've mentioned this before, and Sabaton it's so creative with their lyrics and how they just bring words together that tell an amazing story, and they do it in like one sentences. Like the synchronizing sacrifice, like that alone gave me goosebumps, and the reason was because they are synchronizing when they charge over the hill. When they go from their trench to go into no man's land, it's all synchronized. Like the whole platoon or the squad or the company or whatever goes over the line, and that's all synchronized. But they also know that it's called no man's land for a reason, and most, if not all, won't come back. And so it's a sacrifice. So it's like a synchronized sacrifice in my mind. Like that tells an entire story in just 2 words. I freaking love Sabaton's like their ability to just paint a picture. It's amazing. It's such a great song. I just love the beat. It's just a great, just like. Gonna turn down a little bit. Like I was mentioning, it's their music and how they're able to put the lyrics together is insane, and it draws such a great picture. And they use certain words like the Midnight's Call or the Midnight's troop, whatever it said in the back about midnight. And that's when during trench warfare, that was when you were able to attack the most, was at night. During the day, you were going to get shot immediately. So they're talking about how everything happened at night, and so most people usually slept during the day. It's just, they're so creative. They're so freaking creative. God, it's just amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. This is usually what gets me blocked on YouTube, is these solos. I've been running and working out more. I'm like 4 days in. Can you tell? I'm just saying, look at my guns. Here's that line again. That's a great line too. That you served your time in hell, you're not going home. You know, angels are calling your name. That's a great line too. That's like an eerie line as well. Trenches, hospitals, the common grave. There are no other possibilities. Jesus. I want to say All Quiet on the Western Front's a book. I'm pretty positive All Quiet on the Western Front's a book. Because I think we had to read it in class. Either ways, guys, so that was Angels Calling by Sabaton. Like I said, I was familiar with the song, as you guys probably guessed, but I realized I haven't done a reaction to the song because I did one originally with the Apocalypta, and that one got removed. So that was Angels Calling by Sabaton, of course, about World War One and the trench warfare. It's like I said, they are so great with some of the way they word their words, they word their lyrics. Like the synchronized sacrifice is probably the eeriest line I think I've ever heard from Sabaton. Um, and and their music is fantastic. So this video will be out in about 2 hours after this video goes out. The Sabaton History Part 1 of Angels Calling will be out on my channel. So this is going to be a little bit before noon, and that history video will be a little bit after noon, so about 1 p.m. or 1300. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for everyone that's tuned in, all the new subscribers. I appreciate you all. Of course, guys, please make sure you guys like and comment. Let me know what songs you guys want me to react to next. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. I am trying to hit to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So we got 3 days. So let's make it happen. Thank you guys again so much. My name is Draven. You have a wonderful weekend. Wash your hands. Peace.